Leicester City, the dark shirts to kick off, and our grateful thanks to Manchester United, who normally play in red shirts, but they have changed to help us. They've changed into their all-white strip. So thank you to Manchester United. Here's Law for Manchester. Creran. Leicester City, who'd only won 2 games out of 13 until they first appeared on Match of the Day, and they've won every game since. 3 in succession. It's CONNELLY having to go back to help his side, but that shows you how soft the ground is on top after an overnight frost. Corner to Leicester. And a dog on the pitch. Well, too early to bring on substitutes. Mr. Callaghan, the referee from Merthyr Tydfil, trying to get it off. There. Well, not a decent dog catcher among the 22 of them. And Gordon Banks coming out now to... And... Well, I reckon that dog will be a sensation. Oh! Brilliant bit of evasive action.
Banksy didn't miss many, but he certainly missed him there, didn't he, Bobby?
No, it was very unusual for Gordon Banks. I thought his positioning was actually just right, you know, but...
But did it happen a lot that you had dogs running onto the pitch?
Dogs came on quite often in those days, yeah. I don't think there was any security. There was very few police at the game, you know. And they used to open the gates near the end. Near the end of the game was usually the time when the dogs used to come on.
I think 1 or 2 of the players are a bit apprehensive about getting hold of him in case they sort of get his teeth into them, I suppose. Yeah. In fact, I think Noel Cantwell is the guy eventually who catches him.
The crowd always thought that these were really, this was really funny, you know, but the players were very frustrated with it.
Oh, it must have been frustrating.
Running battle has lasted for 3 minutes.
And of course, the spectators are happy to have it go on, I suppose. They're waiting for the corner to be taken. Yeah. How would they get in, I suppose, underneath the turnstiles?
Well, through the gates,
yeah.
Captured, I think. Yes. Noel Cantwell, Pat Creran, the hero of the hour. So now we can get back to football. And if we remember a right, corner to Leicester. Norman, number 6 is Cross, who plays as the second centre-half. Stringfellow in the middle. This is Dunn. Down forward to Creran. Law gone into the centre-forward position. Moves a lot off the ball, so to Charlton. So to Manchester United. Away comes Gibson to Sinclair. Oh, a lovely ball through to Gibson. And Best going back to give away a corner. Ten minutes gone. No score. Corner to Leicester. Going to be taken by Gibson. King to Roberts. Connelly having gone back to make contact. There's Charlton with him, number 9. This is Charlton. Oh, Creran moving forward. Creran finding Hurd. Creran again, and it moves Hurd. Lovely football, and a glorious goal. Magnificent goal. Scorer John Connelly after 11 minutes. So Manchester United, 1 goal in the lead. And coming up for the second with Law. Up to Kennelly. Now Charlton. Charlton moving around very intelligently. Sinclair and his right back Filbert coming up inside him.
Well, at this point, Leicester had done really quite well, but you got that 1 goal against the pressure.
Yeah, it was a really good build-up. Very methodical, and the team were playing well, running off the ball. And eventually a space found for David Hurd, who everyone expected to shoot. Instead, he just laid it off nicely and an easy side-footed goal.
John Connelly.
Yes.
That's up to Law, and almost an own goal by Cross. Oh, I wonder what Gordon Banks said to him. Leicester looking a little shattered, a little nerve-wracked at the moment. This is Cross to Stringfellow. Styles as the cover centre-half, not as the link man as he is for England. Now Greg. Charlton taking over for Manchester United. Oh, little chip by Freren to Connelly. Here comes Charlton. No, he didn't hit that one properly, though. Manchester United.
I must say, Bobby, the courage is rather different to what we see now.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, techniques even have improved in television, haven't they?
They have.
Dugan, but Manchester United look as if they have about 14 or 15 players on the pitch. Leading 1-0, 20 minutes gone. Dugan and Sinclair. Got a goal, and that one hit Sinclair. Have another go, and it's Dugan beaten by his fellow Irish international. First time Manchester United have been in trouble. Now, back to Charlton. There's Best in the centre forward position. The ball is bobbing up and down rather awkwardly. Some of the players having a bit of trouble with it, and that rash tackle by Cantwell has been penalised. Bobby Styles, the England wing halfback. Filbert. Leicester using Stringfellow a lot in the middle, alternating with the tall Dugan. Now Best. This is Hurd. Law beginning to break, and here comes Charlton. Maybe a shot. And a brilliant save by Law. By Banks as Law came in. No doubt about it. Manchester United looking much the more dangerous side when they move on to the attack. Styles. Dunn moving up the right wing. Here's Tony Dunn, the right fullback. Oh, bad centre. That was by Norman. Now Best. to Hurd. Oh, a great goal. David Hurd, the scorer, just after the 30th minute. So Manchester United going to a 2-0 lead. David Hurd, who once about the most hated man by the Manchester United fans, is now having the pleasure of hearing his name chanted by them here at Filbert Street, Leicester. Here's Hurd in action again. Hurd, who scored 1 goal, helped to make another. Here's number 10.
Well, I must say, you said that Alec, his dad, that David had a fantastic shot, and that was a classic example, wasn't it?
Well, yes. Not much of a backswing, David Hurd, but he did thump the ball really hard. In fact, you know, his record in the short period of time that he was at Manchester United actually was really, really good. And he was a prolific goal scorer. But if you give him the chance, you know, anywhere within range of the box, and he would hit it. He never thought about anything else. He just had this one thing in mind about hitting it hard.
Well, you banged one in too, didn't you, earlier on, against Gordon Banks?
I did, but a long time ago. I think maybe it was around about this time I thought, this is a pointless exercise, shooting from outside the box, because I never ever beat him. He was just too good a goalkeeper. So I stopped doing it.
Number 4 is Roberts. Quite as he meant it. The passing from the Leicester defenders is so bad, putting themselves in an awful lot of trouble. Foul by Fouts on Dugan. There's Derek Dugan, Leicester signed from Peterborough. There's been around Portsmouth, Blackburn, Aston Villa, Peterborough. This quick, short free kick. Sinclair. Corner. Corner to Leicester. And Charlton, one of the 11 Manchester defenders. They've got everybody back. Sinclair. Tremendous leap by Law. It's one of the great sights of football to see Dennis Law get up. The best forward to Charlton, now to Law. Best. A lovely bit of footwork, and Law was going through for that ball. Neat interception by Cross. Sinclair. Suddenly Manchester United, being on attack, produced a great army of defenders. And here they are now back on the attack. Best, Connelly, Law, and Hurd in the middle. Here's Hurd, and a goal! Beautiful goal. Minute from half-time, 3-0. Number 10, David Hurd, the scorer.
Well, he could bang him in and he could head him in too, couldn't he, Bobby?
Yes, good header. Good header. He's a good striker, David Hurd. Bit beset by injuries was one of his great problems, I think. You know, he had a bad knee. But it's really good seeing this. Some good football. What you're noticing now as well is how heavy the pitch is getting, and the players start to tire a little. And of course, when players get tired, they give goals away, and that's why you're able to get big scores like we're going to see here now.
I wonder what that little boy shouted at him. Number 8 is Goodfellow. Out comes Roberts, but one has a feeling now it doesn't really matter what Leicester do. Manchester United have got all the trumps to deal with any ace Leicester might find. Best back in defence and being fouled. Free kick to Manchester United. Cantwell. Oh, and here comes Charlton. On his right offside, I would think. Well, Manchester United were appealing for hands, but now it's Dugan. And yet another corner for Leicester. Leicester must be leading by about 8 or 9 corners, but the whole point of the match is that Manchester United are leading by 3 goals. Goodfellow, and yet another corner for Leicester. Well, they can get those ad lib. Filbert, and it's Regner for another corner to Leicester. Who's going to take it? Best? Oh, no. Goodfellow, the inside right. Oh, a bad one from her. Now it's Roberts, the right half-back. Well, look at them. 2 inside forwards. Law with the ball and Hurd, both in their own 6-yard area when they got possession. Best. Ground very slippery on top. Hurd gone down the middle. He was calling for that one, being shadowed by Stringfellow as the whistle goes for half-time. And Manchester United 3-0 in the lead. So, a very happy Manchester United start the second half. 3-0 in the lead. There's number 10, David Hurd, who scored 2 of them. And this augurs well for their European Cup tie on Wednesday in East Berlin against Vorwärts. And now we've had the result of our little bet with the attendance. It's 35,500. 34,500 rather, which is 5,000 higher than the previous highest attendance of the season. So Manchester United, who drew the biggest gate of last season to Filbert Street, have now drawn the biggest gate of this season. And what a sparkling display they've given. There's Cantwell. Bad one. Best was coming back to make contact. Sinclair. Well, Leicester certainly haven't given up, but they're up against a sparkling side this afternoon. Now here's Law. Charlton back there with him. Now Creran. Oh, what a great player this fellow is. To number 9 Charlton. Styles beginning to make ground, but not making it that quickly. Gibson through to Roberts. Up now comes Goodfellow, the inside right. This is Sinclair. Sjoberg. Sjoberg forward to Gibson. Manchester United attacking in the goal mouth now. Five minutes of the second half gone. Manchester United still in this very comfortable position of 3-0 in the lead. Dunn trying to find best. Everybody's selling a dummy to everybody else. Sinclair and Sjoberg move forward, but ball just not getting through. Magnificently brought under control by Law. Up now to Charlton. This is Creran. Sinclair. And Cantwell is penalised for obstruction. Number 10, Gibson. Roberts. Now then, Gibson. That's still not out. And it comes out now to Hurd. Charlton calling for it. There's Charlton. Cross. Leicester certainly throwing everything into the attack. This is Norman, the left back. Manchester United still looking pretty confident, very competent. First time, I think, that Banks has touched the ball in this half.
Bobby, how did you see your role in this United side?
Well, I was midfield player. I was the link between defence and attack because everybody thought that I had the ability to change play very quickly, and I was quite good with the long pass, you know. That was my best position. And it wasn't my sole responsibility. It was also the responsibility of other midfield players, but that's the way that they saw me best being used.
But
as a provider.
Yeah, you'd take chances in those days. I mean, now they've got to hang on to the ball at all costs, haven't they?
Well, yeah, a lot of players say now, look, you know, they gave the ball away so unnecessarily. But in those days, you were expected to do things very quickly and get it forward as quickly as you could. And, of course, these days, you would say, well, you know, it's a bit naive. But nevertheless, in those days, the public expected you to do things very quickly, and you had to create chances very quickly. So people did take chances with some passes probably they wouldn't do these days. And
the ball wasn't as easy to haggle those days as it is now, is it?
Well, also the pitches were very bad. The surfaces in lots of cases, you know, were uncertain. And of course, you had to sometimes, you know, on very bad pitches, get rid of the ball very quickly. And that's why sometimes you did it earlier than you would have liked and you lose possession.
The game seems as fast, the one that we're watching, as fast as anything you'd like to watch now. Do you think so?
Well, with us, it's on the pitch. The way the pitch was quite heavy and a bit soggy, you know, then I think this was quite fast in its way, really. But the pitches now are so manicured, you know, that it goes at 100 miles an hour and you'd have to play a different type of game. But this was a really, really good, fast match as far as we were concerned.
Cross. Always hit the post. Oh, and this is the way it's going for you. They just never go in. Leicester fans think they've got the measure of Manchester United. Here comes Roberts. As I look around, you can see about 3 or 4 Manchester United players all calling for the ball. They all want it. They're all hungry for the ball. So they're not worried then by these frequent Leicester attacks. And Stringfellow. Done with him, giving away a corner. There's only Law upfield, the rest back in defence. Even Law now is trotting back to join the defence. Charlton are happy to stand on no ceremony and get that one away. Here come Manchester United, 3-0 in the lead. Law. Oh, what a beautiful ball from Charlton to Creran. Certainly the Leicester defence has tightened up in the second half of it. Now Charlton. Oh, this looks like number 4. Yes. Oh, no doubt about that one.
Well, Bobby, you wouldn't mind watching that one again. In fact, you started the whole thing in the from way back with that fantastic pass to Creran as well.
Well, yes, but to be honest, I can't remember this goal at all. You know, somebody must have made a little bit of a space, and I went forward. But at the time, I passed the ball wide to Pat Creran. You know, I would have expected him to sort of knock the ball in. But it gave me the chance to just go forward a little bit, and there was a bit of slack marking from the Leicester defence, and they let me have a shot, which, if you get close enough, you know, you take pot luck.
Sinclair, there's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Manchester players there. Now, this is Cross. Cross again. For Leicester, this is rather like battering your head against a brick wall. Here's Law. Charlton with him. Here's Hurd. You see the inside forward trio all back, playing in the left back position. Oh, Hurd in trouble. Now it's Dugan. Sinclair on the right. Oh, and a wee spot of bother. Sinclair and Styles. We get given to Leicester. Number 7, Sinclair. Charlton, and Best is onside in his own half. You can't be offside in your own half of the field. So Manchester United breaking into attack. A fearsome sight as they all streak forward. There's Hurd. I thought that was going to be his 3rd goal. His side spit. Creran forward to Best. Oh, he's going to get number 5. Yes. Beautiful football by the young outside right, George Best. There is the boy with the beetle haircut.
Superb skills by George Best, appreciated, as you say, by the home crowd too.
Yeah, it's really unusual. I think these days you don't expect anyone to cheer for the away side, but you look at it there, when George knocks the ball in the back of the net, everyone behind the goals is applauding, and that's they're the Leicester supporters. Yeah, times have changed really, haven't they?
I have.
Stringfellow trying to tee it up for cross. There's Hurd. Look at that ball to Best. And now to Law. Law so far hasn't scored. Just got a quarter of an hour left. 5 goals to 0. Manchester United in the lead. But it's number 8 Goodfellow of Leicester to Sinclair, but seeing the danger, no Cantwell. Gibson to take the corner. Now it's Charlton. Law on the left wing. Here's Law. Well, can he snatch a goal in the last seconds? Remember, he's the only Manchester United forward who hasn't scored so far. Best. Charlton is offside. The referee wisely allowing play to go on. Leicester were in possession. Mr. Callaghan looking at his watch. All over any second. And now, that comes Best to Charlton as the whistle goes for the end of the match. A brilliant performance by Manchester United, who won by 5 goals to 0. The biggest crowd of the season, and I should say without any doubt the best game of the season at Filbert Street, the home of the Leicester City club. Everyone went away, 35,000 spectators, nearly overjoyed at what they've seen. And just after the match, I spoke to the 2 managers, Matt Gillies of Leicester City and Matt Busby of Manchester United, just to find out what they thought of it. Well, Matt, this was a great victory. All your forwards scoring, and Dennis Law, David Hurd getting 2 of them. What do you think of the team today?
Well, actually, Ken, this is the first time they've played this season to satisfy me. We've been playing at it, but not with it. And today, I'm sorry Matt's got it, but despite all this, it's been a wonderful game. We've got the goals. Matt's team's had an awful lot of the game and the ball, but it just runs that way, and our lads, our forwards, have played for the first time this year.
Now, Matt Gillies, you should be terribly despondent, shouldn't you, really? 5-0 down at home.
I should be the most despondent manager in English football today, but I'm not, because quite frankly the boys acquitted themselves fairly well out there. One had to be hypercritical. One would say it was just a light little penetration, but my goodness me, 34 corners in one match for Leicester City shows which way the play was going at times.
Now, this is a fantastic thing that a side can have so much pressure, and as you say, 34 corners, not even get a goal.
Well, it happens. We played it this way ourselves. Manchester United brought enough players back there to make sure that in the goal mouth they had a surplus of players, and the ball went to foot or to hand sometimes, most times.
Now, one thing I did notice quite a lot, Matt, is that you were always playing like an Italian defensive side at times with 11 men back in defence, and a second later you'd 6 men up in attack.
Yeah, well, actually, we were playing it a bit tight early on. We usually play a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes a bit tight. The object is to cover half of a field, and when we come out all together. And the forwards, as I say, had one of them days when they were moving off the ball, and it makes it very difficult to pick them up.